Hi, this is Cool PC Doc. Welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a poinsettia Lego build. This is 608 piece. I'm doing this for display for Christmas for in my living room. So I want to get it done before Thanksgiving so that on Black Friday, my wife and I will be decorating the house for Christmas. Woohoo, my favorite time of the year, Christmas. I gotta adjust this microphone. It is punchy. All right. Anyway, so I am really stoked to be doing this. Wife, I got this. This is regularly like a $49 Lego set. I purchased it on Amazon um yesterday, one night shipping for 29.99. Um, got a great value on it. So we're gonna open her up. I've already kind of cut the box open so we can just dive on in. We're gonna shove all the everything out of the box. I'm gonna put the box off to the side here. And this is your official booklet. I will not be working out of the booklet. I'm going to put it up in the corner here. I will be working off of my um, tablet. All right, I'm going to take this out of the thing. I use that so in my build trays. We've got baggie one. We've got baggie set two. I like the fact that they get these numbered now on when I do an actual build. There's bag three, bag four, bag five, and bag six. So what I do when I work on these is I'm gonna take all these pieces and bags and I put them in one of my big trays like this in their correct order. Two. And I'm gonna keep one out. I also keep my handy dandy scissors over here. I keep my Lego building tools that I might need for small pieces, sometimes with my big fat finger. So I've got my tweezers. I'm wondering why my lighting is going bonkers. Maybe I need to add some more light in here. I'm having a focusing issue with my camera. Get me some more light. That should help my focus on my screen. Sorry about that. It has nothing I could not do with that. So anyway, I'm gonna move my pieces and stuff over because I'm a Lego insider. This is one of the really cool features of being a Lego insider is, oh, I peaked my, is the fact they give us this cool, I get this like probably once a month now, um, from lego.com because I'm a Lego insider there. Plus I purchase stuff from lego.com quite often. It's not the cat's meow for everything, but sometimes I get some freebies with them, and I like that. I am popping open my generic Mountain Dew. It's called Mountain Lightning. I don't know if you can read the can, but that is what I drink. Also, having one of my favorite snacks on stream on this video, Whoppers. I love them. This is like my go to all time candy that I should not be having. Don't tell anybody. My wife probably already knows that I purchased this. Normally I work in out of these totes, but today I think I'm gonna build just off my table. So we're gonna cut this handy dandy bag one open. Take it, cut the top off over my garbage can. Put my handy dandy scissors back down. And I'm doing this like a true professional. Not really. Brick removal tool. So very nice. We're going to push these pieces off over to the side here. And we're going to dive on in. So we've got a half rounded piece here. We're going to put that up there. And I can move my microphone and then we are looking for, looks like a white piece. We're going to snap that bad boy on there. And now we're going to put two more on this bad boy. I'm going to make a making it's a kind of a circle. I just love doing this. This is relaxing. Now we're going to get another round piece here. I'm going to spin this around. And we're going to put another one of those little white pieces on the end of that. And then we're going to go and connect her together. And now we're going to get some of these little half round pieces, and they're going to go in right here. I am really stoked about it. I wanted to build this last year, but I purchased a different set for our Lego Christmas Village. And this year we're using our old school village that we got when we set up for when we first got married, as we started collecting pieces before I became big into the Lego thing. So so we've already hauled all the boxes and totes from the basement up to the out upstairs. So make sure I'm not missing a step here. Looks like we're doing 4 of these little wonky. I use them as it's kind of wall pieces sometimes for builds. We're gonna 4 of those, and we're gonna kind of go and fill in all the gaps here. Just like so. Boom, 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 boom. My wife's like, well, you build fast. Well, no, I really don't, but I just making sure I'm getting the right color piece go with my build. Now I know what I'm looking for. I go by mostly just the picture where they go when I'm building a set, because it truly speeds up the process. And when I make a video like this, it can take a lot of storage on my computer hard drive. So I want to make sure that I can get these videos done in a timely manner. Now we're getting some of these 1x2s with stud on the side. Oh, wait. Okay, they're going on the inside, which is makes no sense to me, but what do, oh, I see how they're doing it. So that, you know what we got to do with, oh, we lost our camera. I don't know what happened. I'm going to pause the video if I can. All right, we are back. I don't know what happened, why my camera glitched out like that, but we are popping these bad boys on here. They need to be. I'm going to actually do it a little differently. I'm taking those pieces off so I can get them aligned exactly. Easiest trick to getting a piece that's going on like that is to lay it flat. And we're going to get a couple more of these done here. I would tell you, interesting, my sister, who's 2 years older than me, she did a Lego botanical build that she got for a gift. And she goes, hey, that was a lot of fun building. I don't know that she ever really built Lego with me as a kid. We kind of had our own little things going on. But she was into her Barbie and I was into, but there, now we can pick that up and we can see that we still have nice smooth bricks on the outside. Now we're going to get, and we're going to put, next step, we're going to put 4 more of these pieces on there. So I'm going to actually pick this up. We're going to make it where the studs go on the outside. And what they did is they kind of used that as a little pace, those other ones as a spacer to kind of push against the wall piece so it was a little more solid. So I understand the building techniques that they're using and as to why they're doing them now. When they design something, which is what I try to incorporate into when I'm designing a Lego build. So now we have everything. It looks kind of, as you can see, the outside. We rotate her around. See, she looks like she's supposed to at this point in the build. All right, we're using 4 more of those white pieces. And they're going on the top of these. And have more. So we're going to have a lot of studs on the outside, which I think this is to make the little bucket that the poinsettia is potted in, the pot, so to speak. And now we're going to use 4 of these other stud. I call them snot pieces because stud's not on top. So I use a lot of lingo that I've learned from watching Lego Masters, from building with people, talking to people who build. And these are techniques I've had to learn because they didn't have pieces like this when I was a kid growing up playing building Lego myself. So I get 2 steps at a time on my screen here. Now we're going to put some of these sand color pieces with a 1x2 with a modified on the top. I'm going to build to 4 of them right off the get-go here. That way there's no mixing of words on it. It's going to be pre-built pieces. I love to build like this the way I'm doing it. I'm not really I'm looking at picture of what I'm building. My last build I did was airport. I don't know, I decided I'm gonna not upload the videos because I didn't have a microphone set properly. So these are gonna go top of those ones with the black. So we're gonna get this a little bit of height here. And we're getting some height here. Oops. Oh, there we go. Now we got that. Now the next step is we're going to put 2 of these rounded pieces on the top here. And it doesn't, I don't think it makes a difference of which the rotation is of these pieces, as long as they're in the middle to give it support. These botanicals are kind of fun to build, I gotta say. I gotta get some soda. I never thought as a kid I would be making YouTube videos on Lego builds. But yet, here I am. Hey, now we're going to start doing some of the bottom of the pot. We're going to get 4 of 1. And I'm pulling these out just because I know that the lefts and rights can be cumbersome to remember. Because they look so similar when you're picking pieces. Okay, so we got the lefts and the rights off to the side here. Some people go, well, you're making your work area too big. Well, unfortunately, if I do it in a smaller, then I run out of real estate on my screen and I can't showcase my pieces that I'm working from. So and then we're going to get 8 of these. So, I'm really looking forward. We're going to go spend Thanksgiving with my sister, my brother-in-law, my mom, and I don't. I think my sister has one of their friends coming along too. So, but it looks like 4 and 4. I guess I just miscounted. Okay, now we are good. Now we're gonna start making the sides here. going to be I'm going to do all these upper pieces first. Then I'm going to do the bottom row. Just how I want to build. And it makes no difference, but I like to work with all of one piece if I can at a time. It makes my thought process. That's how I can snap pieces on pretty good. Now to my fault, I have a numb thumb in my left hand. So for me, this becomes more of a challenge at times, but I like the challenge of it. In my surgeon I had who did the nerve repair and the tendon repair, I asked him, I said, is this good therapy for my thumb? And he said, for the rest of your life, it's going to be good therapy for your thumb because for the rest of your life, your thumb is not going to be what it once was. So now we've got those sides all done all the way around. It was a workman's comp incident I had at work, and so I am learning that I'm just going to be dealing with this the rest of my life. And, you know, frankly, it is what it is. I'm several years into coping with it, so but I find things challenge some things a little more challenging than others. I even play video games for therapy. So I do a live stream on Twitch TV. Okay, we got that portion of the build done. Let me just make sure I did. Now we're going to put two little pieces in the middle here. We're going to put a red square right in the middle. It's a 2x2 modified tile. And we're going to put an upside down. I'm not even sure what they call this piece. It's going to snap right into that little middle hole. Now we're going to do a couple pieces here, a couple more pieces here. So you know, I'm learning that building this stuff is really not that challenging. My wife, she was amazed. She goes, "You build fast." I build fast because I enjoy it, and looking at. I'm actually just looking at the pictures, going, "Yeah, this is what I gotta do." People look at me and they're like, very, occasionally I do lay some of the pieces out, but I like to think that it allows me to build just a little bit faster. So this piece I gotta go there. Sometimes I have to figure out exactly how it's going on some of these weird pieces. And once I get it, then it's like boom, boom, boom. I go and put some gray wall. I use these as wall pieces. Put those around. And put a blue brick in the middle here. Let's do that right away so I don't forget. And we're going to get these going around, going around, going around. Voila. So now you're starting to see this is the structure of the pot. And this we're really only on step 21. 2 and 4. So my build table here is actually a 2-foot by 4-foot folding adjustable height table that I got at Home Depot. And I got this table for the simple fact that it made good sense to have this table for building. And then the actual surface on the top was a 1-inch, 2-foot by 4-foot nominal. So it's actually, by definition, it is actually a 1 1/8 piece of plywood. And we are finished with bag 1. The old handy dandy scissors out here. We're going to cut off the top of bag 2. I might do this in 2 videos. Okay, there's baggy 2, all dumped out on the table. So step 23, we're going to make 4 of these. We're going to get 1, 1. What I'm building right now is going to be 4 of these. Ooh, I missed something. See? I'm dyslexic, so sometimes I skip ahead of a step and then I make stupid mistakes. So bear with me. But when something doesn't fit together, then I go, oh yeah, I was stupid. My wife yells at me whenever I say that. Well, because she knows I'm not. There's 1. Now we're going to make 2 more of those. So we got this, got that, got that. I'm getting some of these parts out that I need. We got that, that. There's two. So some of these things are, you get a repetitious part of a build. This is going to have four symmetrical sides, so therefore you're going to have the symmetry. So that's kind of what makes this an easier build, even though it's a lot of teeny pieces. It was very well thought out by Lego designers, which I wish I was able to be a Lego designer myself personally. I think I would never work another day in my life if I was a Lego designer. But there's three. Now I just got to find the rest of these little pieces in here. I applied at the official Lego store here in my hometown, and didn't get a hit on the application. They wouldn't have been paying very well, but they said it would have been a foot in the door to Lego. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. There's the other piece. Sometimes when you work and build like this, where's that piece I need? Where? Get down to that last piece if it's only in a set. Now I need that snot piece. There we go. And I need a white 1x2. Okay. And now we're going to put some pieces onto the sides. So we're going to put these little itsy bitsy pieces on the sides. And then we'll eventually be mounting them onto the building or onto the pot. So I like making submodels when I'm doing an actual build. When I'm working in the design software, oh, I did that on the wrong side. See? Silly me. Silly me. Yeah, you know what? It's why they call it Lego. You can make a mistake and it doesn't cost you money on the build. You just simply take it apart and fix it. My wife helped me with several builds. She helped me with our Christmas village pieces. We had three pieces. She built one of the buildings, I built the other building, and then I built the trolley. And she did a really nice job on that. I also did the White House. She helped me build part of the White House so we could work together and do something together as a couple that night. So it was kind of just a lot of fun. And she goes, "Hey, this is kind of relaxing." I was like, "Yeah, it is kind of relaxing now, isn't it?" Then we take that, we can go put that piece on there. Now you see this is starting to come together. You see, Lego makes things in their designs and in their instruction sets that make sense. So when I was doing the off-brand build, Lego puts a lot less made pieces into a build section as the offshoot, the knockoff brands. They haven't figured that concept out yet. Okay. Now we're going to make some more parts and pieces for the middle of that. We're going to make for these little square dealy bobs that go in that side panel. Like they look like kind of like this. Got a two by two plate, and then two sloped pieces to make a rounded piece. And we're just going to make 3 more of those now. But yeah, it's I'm excited for Thanksgiving. We're gonna eat at a nice restaurant since it's just a handful of us, and no sense of making a big old huge meal and have all that mess to clean up when we can simply go out. And it's a fantastic meal. I believe it's a buffet, all you can eat kind of thing, but you got your time slot, and they're open only so long on Thanksgiving, and then they close. And so better be in, get your meal, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. We've been there before with the family. So now we're going to starting to see the structure of this pot is starting to come out. I see this middle section here is raised up a little. Ooh, I knocked the wall off. Shame on me. You know, in some of these sections, this makes it a little more solid, because this top piece here is very weak point. This is a weak link right here. So to make it not a weak link, they put this piece in to lock those in together. So they know what they're doing when they design this stuff. Now it's a nice solid base. So now we have that. We're going to put these round pieces up on the top. Yeah, let's start with these golden pieces going there. Yes, sir. This is quite the. This will go with these smaller pieces here. This gives me an idea where they're supposed to go. And then we can go with the bigger on that side. Yeah, this is very relaxing for me in stressful times. It takes me away from, and this makes this whole section of these side pieces much stronger. And then my wife, she has done her own she did her own fall floral thing. It was a little fall display, and unfortunately it was missing a key piece she needed. So I reached out to Lego by support by phone, and They apologized profusely, and I asked for one of those pieces, and she sent me 4 of them just to make sure that I wasn't missing any other pieces like that. And very nice lady, but literally you're talking to somebody overseas, and it was just a pleasant experience. So I guess that's why I kind of really enjoy Lego by itself, is they have great customer service, and not sure how far this is supposed to go in. So I think I can go in really far if I'm not careful. So I'm gonna use handy dandy. Oh, maybe it will only go so far. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we got that piece in there. So usually you push everything in until it hits something. All right, now we're gonna make some more little pieces here. I think these are gonna go on the sides of the opening gaps. So this is gonna require 1, done. Always, not always easy to tell where exactly this is gonna line up. So we're gonna put this all together and see what sticks. Okay, that's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Okay, once I build one and I have it down, the rest are easy. And you see, this is where when I build, I like to go fairly fast because I see I get to see the big picture when I'm building. I enjoy it. It's relaxing. Sometimes making video. Sometimes it's more fun just to build and not make a video, but I like making the videos because it's sharing my craft with people. Well, this one's falling apart in my hand. All right. But my wife, she um, is what they call a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and she demonstrates on YouTube how to make different kinds of cards and all kinds of unique things. And so she does a really nice job with her videos. I'm her tech guy. I set up her OBS software for making videos. I troubleshoot any of the issues she might have. Trying to get her to use Discord, but I don't think the people that watch her kind of stuff would be interested in it, she says. So we're gonna leave it lie, but I love Discord. I do have a Discord for my stuff. I love to spend time with my wife doing things together with her. This is very nice. It's a piece of the base that this poinsettia is going to sit in. And we're not finished yet. Now we got the base. Oh, we have to put some little elbow pieces here on here at the top. Those should have gone on before I put those other pieces on, but I'll get them in there. Not to worry. Not to worry. Just something didn't seem quite complete, but go underneath and in. Yes, I'm in this is a happy place for me. This is a big happy place. I look at it this way. Young people are doing this stuff, making videos and building Lego, and they're adults. Why shouldn't I? Okay, now we can start making the flower piece or the stems. I take one of these, one of these, one of these. We're going to take and make another one of these. One of these. One of these. And we're going to push these in here. They only go in one direction, so they're going to be very fixed and rigid, which is good. And we have one more piece in here. Oh, I did that wrong. Oh, wondering why I had this extra piece here. Now I know. It goes like this. See, this is what happens when you don't look at all these steps. And there you go. See, even I can make mistakes, but I think this is a really nice looking build so far. And we're going down to, we're going to do baggie 3 here. I'm going to cut baggie 3 open over the garbage can. And inside of baggie 3 is another little bag of little itty bitty pieces and some big stuff over here. So we're going to throw that all over there. And throw this over here. I'm going to get me some milk balls. Get 2 more. And these little pins are the reason I generally work it out of buckets, but I thought I'd do like I see a lot of builders work off the table. take a gray pen, pop it in. We're going to take a blue, push this off to the side here, up to the top. Keep it in the picture though. And after that's on there, we're going to put a looks like a ball joint. No. So it is a ball joint. It's just a and I'm looking to see making 2 of these. Okay, so we're going to make the second one. Just making sure I understand what I'm making. We will probably not get through this whole set in this video, but we will get, as I'm trying to make this video about an hour, and then I will make part 2. Blue. And I'm working on 2 different piles of pieces. And then on these pieces here, we're going to have another angle piece come up. And some point I'm going to want a ball joint. Times 2 times 2. And let's see how these go in here. Now, there's always room for we go. There we go. So sometimes I'm not doing the 3D version of the instructions because I don't I just don't do that. Uh I'm using my camera as my webcam for the video, and I'm using my tablet that doesn't have the app on it. I'm using a PDF file. So it's more like using the book without using the book. Okay. Someone once asked me, well, how come you don't use the book? And I've decided I don't use the book because I don't like the book, so to speak. I don't like to wreck the book. Very shiny. They're hard to read in a bright light. And so I've decided that I personally like to build out using the book. Now we have, as you can see, we've got all those little branches for the poinsettia stuff to go on. And we can make it go up even more. So it is kind of cool. Now we're going to go and put some leaves, work on some leaves here. That. We got some really nifty pieces. Oh, we got to get a ball joint clipping. Then we go right next to the ball joint. And then we come back over here with a couple of triangle pieces. Voila. I'm gonna make two of these. Do 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 do. Shooby doo. Yeah, I am that guy. Um, it's just something to do. Whenever I find a good price on a Lego build, my wife is a lot of times more inclined to say, "Yeah, I think you could do that." Okay, so now I got to make 6 of these total. So now that I have a system in place, Yeah, da, da, dee, dee, dee. This is really not that difficult once you have a system in place. 3, and you get your ball joints, sockets in here. It's a fast kind of build. Yeah, there's 4. There's start off 5. And let's get some more of these triangular pieces in here. Nope, 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 nope. Wrong side. Oops. And then we have 2, 3, 5. We have one more to build. And I am hustling. I'm at just over an hour. And I want to get these put on this setup. Okay, now we have to put the snap the ball joints onto the flower. Onto the poinsettia. And like any of the botanicals, these are very delicate. I've learned this when you start trying to push these pieces in, you go, oh yeah. Not that it's a bad thing, because it's pretty awesome that we can build this kind of stuff. And let's get this last one on here. And see, now you can kind of rotate these leaves to however you. Oop, see, now here's the problem sometimes, right? That's probably the weak link on this plant. And that's where I am going to stop for now, but as I'm going to lift this up and show you that we have start of our actual poinsettia flower. Guys, got to be careful when handling your builds that pieces can fall off. My Fender guitar that I have to rebuild the amp. My wife moved it when she was moving stuff in the living room, and she didn't realize that there was a cord attached to the from the guitar to the amp, and then she knocked the amp off onto the floor, and it broke apart in some places, which she was in tears about it. She was so upset, and I was like, no, don't worry about it. It's Lego. I can rebuild it. So anyway, that is the start of the poinsettia. And this is Cool PC Doc saying thanks for watching my video today. And I will post links for my Twitch channel, and we'll post links for where I got this on Lego from Amazon, and I'll even post a link for Lego.com where you can sign up to be a Lego Insider. Anyway, thanks so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.